Hi, Grandma Debbie here. So tonight for dinner, we're going to be making Mexican street corn soup. I've never had Mexican street corn soup before, so it should be interesting. I've had street corn, but never in a soup form. So when I found this recipe, actually, my husband found something on Instagram or I don't know, something that he watches periodically. And it had, might have even been Pinterest. And it had soup on it, and we thought, ooh, that would be something fun to try. So that's what we're going to do tonight. He may or may not join us. We'll see. Whatever happens. But in the meantime, we're going to get started. Okay, we're going to do a little prep work before we get going on this. So I've got hot water being boiled because I need to make vegetable broth. So this is what I'm going to be using for that. So I've got my hot water going. So in this little bowl, though, we're going to add a teaspoon of paprika. Sorry. We're going to add a teaspoon of cumin. And half a teaspoon of chili powder. Just going to kind of mix that up a little bit. All right, so we got that done. And then we need 4 cups of chicken broth. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And it is 1 teaspoon of the better than bouillon for each cube of broth. So we're going to do 4. Okay, we got that going. So as soon as my water is boiling, we'll get that done. Okay, so we're going to get going on everything. Oh, dang. Okay, let me turn that down a little bit. All right, that was a little bit of a scare there. All right, so we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to let our butter melt. And then once our butter is melted, we are going to add in 1 diced onion. Now, we had onions in the freezer, and so I'm just going to use what we had in the freezer. Excuse me. All right, so we're going to cook that for about 5 minutes. You can really smell the onions. It smells delicious. Who doesn't like butter and onions? I guess maybe some people don't. And then at the 5-minute mark, or when they actually, when they've softened, they're kind of already softened, so I'm just going to cook them a little bit more because they've been in the freezer. But at the point that they are softened, we're going to add in, what are we going to, we're going to add in 2 cloves of minced garlic. I'm just using a container of minced garlic, so I'm just going to eyeball it and squirt it in. All right, while this cooks, I'm going to get out my corn because that'll be coming up soon.
Grandpa Neil's showed up. And like she said, who doesn't love butter and onions? Looking good.
Okay.
You don't need them browned or anything?
Just kind of soft.
I think they're soft.
Okay. And then we're using frozen corn. However, you can use fresh or canned. However, whatever you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in a little more than what I'm supposed to add, but that's okay. Okay, so we're going to cook that for about a minute. And then we're going to stir in our corn, and we're going to cook it for 3 to 4 minutes just until they start to soften. But since they're frozen, it probably will take a little longer. I'm going to go ahead, I guess, and add it. Thank you. It's easier for him to stir than for me. There's a little height issue here for me with this pan. So he might be doing the stirring. I'm trying to figure out the best location to use this. I'm thinking maybe the table.
That's it for a minute.
Yep.
Off of frozen corn. It's going to take a good 5 minutes to thaw out that much frozen corn. And you're just trying to thaw it, right?
Yeah, it needs to be softened. So yeah, I would say softened is thawing it out. Okay, so it's been cooking for a little bit of time. The corn has softened up. And so now we're going to add in the vegetable broth.
Oh, waiting on Grandpa Neil.
He's busy over there stirring it. And then we're going to add in the seasonings that are in that bowl that I had done.
You just told me about.
Yep, and I will get them. There you go. Thank you. So once it comes to a simmer, we're going to let it simmer for 10 to 15 minutes.
What's a simmer, honey?
A simmer is a slow little boil.
Little baby boil. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Like technically you could say that right now it's kind of simmering because it's starting to boil because you don't want it a full-blown boil. So we could do the 15 minutes now.
Started at 15. Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to set the timer.
Okay.
Should I do 15 or 10?
I do 15.
Okay.
When it gets to like 5, we'll back check it.
All right.
I think I'm going to turn this down a little bit.
Okay. There we go. All right. All right, so we're going to let this simmer, and we'll bring it back. All right, we believe that this is ready to go. We did it for 10 minutes, actually more, 11 minutes. I'm going to turn off the timer. And now we're going to use the immersion blender to make it a little softer.
Hey, Grandma Debbie, take a peek.
I'm going to do it for like maybe 10 more seconds. I think that's good. All right. Okay. All right. And at this point, we're now going to add in the cream. we're doing heavy whipping cream. We're going to add in, I'm going to spell it. I'm not even going to attempt to say it. It is, excuse me, Cotija, cheese. And we're going to add in lime juice. And then we're going to cook it for an additional 5 minutes. And at that point, we're going to add in cilantro. And then we're going to put it in a bowl. We're going to add salt and pepper to taste if you want at this point.
Video mishap. I apologize, folks. That was Grandpa Neil's fault.
Okay.
You got a good picture?
Yeah.
She'll edit out all that stuff. Apologize, family.
Okay, so back to what I was saying.
Wow.
Before the little scare there.
We're always, up for some kind of excitement.
Can you set the timer for 5 minutes for me, please?
I can.
Thank you.
Timer. 5. Start.
So, and then we're going to add in cilantro, and it's however much cilantro you want to add in.
That's good.
I know it smells good too. Do you smell it?
Yes, I do.
And then we're going to, you can add in salt and pepper if you want.
You want me to add some salt and pepper?
Sure. Let's go ahead and go for it.
We won't add a bunch. Maybe 5 pounds.
I do not think
Let's
so.
see. This is the way I like to just measure a little bit of salt. Bam.
Okay.
Extraterrestrial pepper.
All right.
That seems like plenty.
I think so.
If it's too mild, add cayenne pepper. If you want your soup hotter, obviously.
You're
And
fine.
my wife has gotten out tortilla strips.
To go on top
Grandma
of
Debbie.
the...
She's my
I'm
wife.
also your wife.
Yes.
And you can add, when you dish it up, you can add more cheese if you want, or whatever you want to add on top. You can use lime wedges, or you can actually also add some more chili powder. And then we're going to add the tortilla strips. Can't even speak. How's it taste?
Heavy on the lime. But
Oops.
it tastes really good. Yeah. It's good. I know we're in almost May, but this would be a great soup in February because you could add just another pinch of cayenne to make it a little more spicy. But this is going to be a warm your belly up with saltine crackers, a large loaf of freshly made sourdough bread, which we buy from the store. Look at her. She got a ladle already.
A ladle all ready to go. Just need to get out the bowls.
The bowls, and we got to put the cilantro in. Fun little cook stove that we bought for Grandma Debbie to try out. It gets really hot. There's lots of them on the internet, and lots of cooks are using them because when you turn on high, it is really, really hot. You can saute some stuff on that thing.
Yep. And the brand that we're using is called Gas One. Oh, we should probably open up the tortilla strips.
When do they go in?
When you dish out your soup, it goes
your
on
own
top.
soup. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, so you add as much as you want.
In.
All right.
There's some lovely cilantro that I'm going to throw all over the place.
Be careful.
Don't want to burn your fingers.
Nope. I don't want you to burn your fingers either.
I go ahead and
Okay.
cut the heat.
I was. Because it is done. All right. It is done. We're going to dish it up. Enjoy it. But this is the finished product. You can add, like I said, we're going to add tortilla strips. And you could add more cheese or cayenne pepper, whatever you want.
That looks delicious, Grandma Debbie.
Oh, thank you. Can't wait to try it. All right, we just want to thank you for coming along with us on this journey. It was nice that he was able to join us halfway or partway through. Really need his help stirring because I'm not that tall. So, and I probably could have gone with a smaller pot, but I wasn't sure when I add everything how much it was all going to be. So he was here to help. So we're hoping that you are having an amazing day. Everything's going great. And you try this recipe. It smells delicious. So give it a try. And as Grandpa Neil said, this is something great for the winter. You don't have to have it when we're having it. You can have it any time of the year. Maybe where you live, it's already cold. It's still cold.
Yeah.
You want to try it. I don't know. So, but give it a try. All right. Well, hit that like, hit the share, and hit the subscribe button, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.